The legendary run-and-gun platformer Turrican, created by the same people who brought us the awesome world of the great Gianna sisters, designer Manfred Trenz and musician Chris Hulsbeck. Turrican represents a milestone in Commodore 64 gaming history. It appeared at a time when 16-bit home computers were hitting the shelves, and software developers were mainly concentrating on the new powerhouses. However, Turrican proved that with good programming, the C64 could cope perfectly well alongside its big brother, the Amiga.
Old friend! Old friend!
The C64 version of Turrican is a marvel of programming skill and ingenuity, making the hardware perform feats that no one expected it was capable of, while still holding a silky smooth frame rate throughout. I must mention that Turkish cover artist Celal thought it'd be a good idea to entirely cover this badass Man O' War album cover for the loading screen artwork, and hey, it definitely was. It was certainly a lot smarter than ripping off something like Prince's Love Sexy, or Love My Life by Jim Post, whoever that is. Another thing to note was the fact that the awesome tune you can hear now was changed in the Amiga version of the game, but maybe that's because it had something to do with the fact it was copied direct from the animated classic Transformers the movie soundtrack, and maybe they were worried about copyright. Not that these guys ever had to worry about things like that before. Don't believe me?
Transform Autobot City. Receptor, tell Blaster to Radio Prime for reinforcements.
What about me, Magnus? What about me? I can help. I want to help. What about me?
Blur, you can help me alert the others.
Absolutely, positively, definitely. Nobody can get the job done faster than I can. Nobody.
Come on, RC, let's go.
The game has 13 stages across 5 different worlds. Each world has its own environmental dangers, secrets, enemies and traps. There are no options to fiddle with here. Instead, you are thrown right into the action, which is the way I like it really. Looking at the bar at the bottom of the screen, I always wonder if they're putting off icons down there. All those cryptic pictures, who knows what they could all mean? Well, the red running man on the left is your lives counter. The number to the right of that shows the amount of continues you have. The Iron Man head is your timer. Come on, it does look a little like Iron Man. Okay, how about now? The rest of the icons represent counters for items you have in your possession. For example, your diamonds, your balls, your flies, and other things I'm sure you'll figure out eventually. They're basically the power-ups you can collect throughout the game. I'll link the game manual explaining exactly what these do in more detail and stick it in the video description. But in short, they're your lives, gyroscopes, which we'll explore a little later, continues, time, diamonds, grenades, mines, energy lines, score. Oh, and just above this, vitality. The red running man we looked at just then is the little blue guy from the developer's logo, who broke free and went into hiding, changing his colour to red as a cunning disguise. Genius! Your hero is a very versatile little fellow. You can jump high, duck, move unhindered underwater, transform into a gyroscope ball that allows access through narrow spaces, and in 2 of the stages you are even equipped with a jetpack. You are also armed with some very powerful weapons like mines, grenades and energy lines that blast everything in their path. On top of that, you can pick up 2 different types of weapon power-ups for your standard rifle, multiple shots and laser. Both weapons can be upgraded to a stronger version by picking up additional weapon power-ups of the corresponding type. The level design in Turrican is very creative and was obviously done with a whole lot of good imagination. There are some places that require you to do very acrobatic mid-air turn jumps that can be quite tricky to pull off in places. In general, graphically, Turrican really pushes the limits of what the Commodore 64 can do, and I can't stress this enough. The game features huge sprites and keeps its frame rate intact for the most part. Sure enough, there is some flickering occurring here and there, but it's very minor and does not hinder the game at all. All in all, the visuals are very detailed, and the game is obviously among the better looking games on the platform. The environments are very distinct and all have their unique style. The franchise itself was really successful, and there's loads of ports of the game with the Amiga, Atari, Mega Drive, TurboGrafx 16 and the NES, to name a few.
What the fuck?
I particularly love the Amiga walk cycle animation, with his spiky shoulders and shiny gun. I also like that he's made the effort and gotten himself a proper sci-fi looking hat, whilst most of the others seem to be wearing motorcycle helmets, and the little guy on the NES really looks like he's in the need of a dump. The best feature in Turrican was the fact you could hold down the fire button and activate a flash of lightning from your weapon that can be directed in any direction by pulling the joystick to either side. This lightning beam can also be upgraded with weapon upgrades and is a very formidable weapon with massive destructive power. With all these powerful weapons at your disposal, you will be facing an entire army of robotic drones, monster insects, monster piranhas, remote control missiles, mecha robots, cannon turrets, killer machines and deadly traps. Yes, Turrican is a total blast from start to the very end, and the action is ongoing through almost every stage of the game. There are 2 stages that have 0 or almost no enemies at all, and instead focus on a maze-like assault course design, where time is your biggest foe. Even with a time limit on all the stages, you are never really too much under pressure, so can explore and progress through the game at your own pace. If indeed time does run out, you only lose 1 life, so it's no big deal, since extra lives are plentiful through most parts of the game. Honestly, I sometimes can't believe that the young me put up with a world without save games. What a harsh and unforgiving environment us 80s kids grew up in. As far as action platformers go, Turrican really is one of the best. It truly is one solid gaming experience that left its mark on me even after all these years. And for that, I'm definitely giving this one a big thumbs up. Turrican was made and designed for the Commodore, and it really shows. Without hardware scrolling, the other machines only just managed to keep the game running at a respectable pace and lose much of the adrenaline-fueled gameplay of the original. I'll always be grateful that my brother bought a Commodore 64 all those years ago. On that note, I'll say a massive thank you for watching, guys, and hopefully you enjoyed this little nostalgic video. Hit the like button and be sure to share your memories of Turrican in the comments. Also, if you're enjoying the memories that these games are bringing back, then maybe consider subscribing to the channel, and there's plenty more Commodore nostalgia on the various playlists. Check out the other videos and stay tuned, where I'll hopefully see you all in the next video. Until then, bye for now.